Hello students, this is Rohit sir, your biological science teacher. Now in the previous videos we have discussed about the first lesson, and now we are going to start the second chapter, that is nothing but cell, the basic unit of life. Yeah, since the last 2 or 3 videos we have been discussing about the biological science. So as it is new to you, so you should be very careful in understanding each and everything, and if you have any doubt then you can comment below in the video. And also in the middle of this video I will I will give you some homework type of questions to you, so you have to do. So that's why you have to observe everything. I don't know at what moment I will give you the homework, so you have to watch thoroughly. Okay, I hope you will enjoy the video today. Then let us start our discussion. Now the chapter itself, it is indicating cell, the basic unit of life. What is the meaning of cell? Cell is a thing which have a unique and important thing in the biological science. Now you have observed this type of cell in so many languages, but in the previous time I have said that biology itself, it's a special and unique language. So then what is the meaning of cell? Cell is nothing but a small room. Okay, some small room like structure. Okay, the small room like area is said to be as a cell. Now why he is saying that cell is a basic unit of life? Because if you see any wall or any building, what is the basic unit of a building? How can you construct a very big building? All very big buildings are the combinations of bricks. Am I right? Yeah, cell is the basic unit of life. As now itself we have discussed with an example that when you see any building, so building is all made up of bricks. Imagine the human body is also just like a building. Then all our human body is made up of this cell. So this is the basic thing that you have to learn in biological science, because cell is nothing but everything in the human body. If cell is working well, then that is nothing but human body is working well. If the cell is not working well, then that is nothing but human body has some problem. Now let us start the discussion. Our earth is a beautiful place where in different types of organisms happily coexist, from minute mosses to the huge conifers. Now what is the meaning of moss? Moss is nothing but a small grass plant. Okay, now moss, this is a hard word, please mention. This is a small grass plant that is growing on the wall. Okay, moss is very minute that you can only see through the hand lens. Now huge conifers is nothing but these are all very big plants. Now invisible bacteria to huge blue whales. Invisible is nothing but you are unable to see with your naked eye. Okay, so invisible is nothing but you are unable to see with your naked eye. And a very big whale is nothing but blue whale is nothing but a very big fish. Okay, I think so many times you have seen in the comics that blue whale is very big. It's a very big fish. Okay, so this is called a blue whale, and it have a special hole on the top of its head, and it will release all the water through the hole that is present on the head. Okay, this is a blue whale. It's very large. As you can see, it is just like a mini aeroplane, right? And its heart is nearly of our small Maruti car. Very large heart it have. Now, so when you compare the from invisible bacteria to huge blue whales, all animals or all organisms are made up of cells. Whether it may be plant or whether it may be animal, every organism is made up of cells. Before the first microscope was invented around 315 years ago, people were not aware of the living world that was not visible to the naked eye. So that is nothing but, see, before 350 years ago, people don't know what is the bacteria and what is a virus. So this is a very important thing. You have to know about the microscope. Microscope is a device or a machine that is helping us to see the invisible bacteria and invisible microorganism. Now every time I am saying that microorganism, what does this microorganism is all about? Now micro is nothing but small. Micro is nothing but small. Organism is nothing but living thing. Organism is nothing but living thing. Micro is nothing but small and organism is nothing but living thing. So microorganisms are nothing but the living things which are very very small. We cannot see with our naked eye. We need microscope to see these organisms. Now 350 years ago, people don't know what is this bacteria and what is virus. They don't know all about this thing. Thereafter, many scientists were observing and describing the unknown world with the help of microscope. Among them, the most important scientific mentioned are Astasius Kircher and Jan Swammerdam and Antony van Leeuwenhoek and Robert Hooke. Now, in these four scientists, you have to remember these two names. What is that? Antony van Leeuwenhoek and also Robert Hooke. Okay, so Antony van Leeuwenhoek and Robert Hooke are very very famous scientists. They have contributed so many things to the biology. Now let us see what they have done here. Now do you know Antony van Leeuwenhoek in 1632 to 1723, in 1674 was the first human to see the living bodies like bacteria, yeast, protozoa, red blood cells and a teeming life in the drop of water, and he prepared several types of magnifying glasses and used these lenses to study about both living and non-living things using microscope. Now let me tell this thing by an interesting story. Okay, Antony van Leeuwenhoek is a person actually. Antony van Leeuwenhoek is a scientist. Imagine that Antony van Leeuwenhoek is a very interesting guy and he has the passion of collecting some different types of glasses, mirrors, and in your compact box also so many times you have gathered different types of magnifying lenses. Am I right? Still last year so many have collected different types of magnifying lenses in their boxes. Now this Antony van Leeuwenhoek is also a person who is very much interested about these magnifying lenses. He used to do some work with that magnifying lenses. Then what he has done, so once he has got two powerful lenses and he was keeping one lens on the top and one lens on the down, and he is observing through this. Okay, he is observing through this. Then he has observed so many things. One day, it's a rainy day actually. It's a rainy day. This is the window of Robert Hooke's home, and here it is it's raining, and a very big cup of water is here. Because of this rain, some amount of the droplets are also fallen here. Then what he has done, by observing different types of things with these lenses, he started observing. This is the first lens and this is the second lens, and here Antony van Leeuwenhoek is used to see through these lenses. Now what was happened, he observed some droplets of water under this. Now when he started observing this thing, he observed the water droplet as this much big, and he has observed that some moving creatures are there here and there in the water drop. Okay, these are moving creatures. When he removed that lenses, there is nothing. But when he kept one lens on another lens, then he has observed some moving things are present in this here. At that time science was not developed, so that's why he given these organisms as animalcules. What he named these as animalcules. What is the meaning of animalcules? Animal like moving structures. Okay, he gave that name that they are moving like animals and they are very very small, so that's why he given the name animalcules. Okay, so in this way the Antony van Leeuwenhoek is the first person who has observed a very 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 small moving creatures through the raindrop. And he has not only stopped observing this raindrop, by using his lenses he made a small microscope. I will show you, and with the help of that microscope he observed so many things, just like curd and different types of liquids and our blood. So in our blood he observed red blood cells, and in the curd he has observed lactobacillus, and he in the another thing he has observed yeast and protozoa and different types of moving creatures. At that time he don't know what are their names. Then later so many scientists come into the action and they have given the name. Now you may recall all the living organisms carry out certain basic functions. Can you list out those functions? What is the meaning of functions? Life functions. The life functions are nothing but an organism require certain types of things to survive. Now let me tell you. The first thing is breathing. Can you survive without taking the air inside and out, sending the air outside? If you close your nose, can you survive? You cannot survive. So that's why breathing is the important life function. And eating. Can any organism live without eating? No. So that's why taking the food inside is another life function. Okay. And blood circulation, heart pumping, heartbeat is also one type of life functions. So there are so many things are there. These are all called as functions, life basic and important things that an organism require to survive or to live in a particular area. Do you know what are the basic structural unit of an organ? To study about the basic structure, a proper use of microscope and preparation of microscopic slide and staining is essential. See, if you want to see the microscope, I think so many of you have already seen the microscope in your laboratory. I have shown you several times. But if you have not seen, then no problem. We will do all these things in the videos itself. Okay. Now, if you want to study anything, you need different types of things. What are those things? You require slides. Slides are nothing but rectangular glass pieces. And also you require some chemicals. And also you require microscope. So these are all the things that will make you to observe some non-living things. Okay. Now let us move to the next topic, that is discovery of the cell. Now it was in the year 1665 that Robert Hooke, a British scientist, has observed a thin slice of cork of soft bark from the oak tree under a simple magnifying lens device which he made himself. See, this microscope was created by Robert Hooke. So don't get confused. Antony van Leeuwenhoek is the first person who has observed the organisms and he made the first microscope. Then later Robert Hooke has prepared another microscope and he started observing different types of things. Now let me explain this microscope. And here when you see, this is a lamp and the lamp is sending the light through this water bottle, and this glass bottle is sending these lines on this material and it is reflecting and it is going through here, and the human's eye will be here and he this eye will observe all these things. Okay, so this is how the microscope will work and it was created by Robert Hooke. Okay, now Robert Hooke has observed some cork. What is the meaning of cork? So many of you have wondered what is the meaning of cork. Cork is nothing but a thick wood piece. Cork is nothing but a thick wood piece that is present in the center of the tree. Have you ever seen a very big and large tree? And in the center you can see some whitish structure, very hard structure, that is called cork. So when he observed the cork under the microscope, he observed this structure. You can also see the cork and you can see some small hole like structures and room like structures. As you can see here, these are all the room like structures, all like this in a rectangular manner. Now they are look like some rooms. They have 4 walls around it. So in the Latin or in the Greek, the cell is nothing but room. So he taken in that language and he given these things as cells. Now you can see here, he thought that the cork was made up of very small cavities. Robert Hooke called these cavities as cells, and in the Latin the word little room is nothing but cells. So that's why he given the name cells. Okay, actually they look like small rooms. So small rooms. So in Latin language, what is the meaning of small rooms? Cell. Cell is nothing but a small room. So that's why he given these things as cells, and from there now we are calling them as cells. Now students, let us see the activity 1. So as you can ask that, sir, you are saying something. You said that you know all organisms are made up of, all living things are made up of cells. That is the point number 1. Point number 2 is Antony van Leeuwenhoek is the first person who observed the living things, okay, in a rain water drop. And in the third point you have said that Robert Hooke is the another person. So children, now you can say that, so we have discussed so many points, and in that we have discussed that the first point, all the organisms are made up of cells. Cell is the basic unit of life. And the second thing is Antony van Leeuwenhoek is the first person who has observed the living creatures, microorganisms or small living creatures under the rain drop. And the third point is Robert Hooke has observed small corks, small wooden corks, and he given the name as cells. Then so many of you can easily ask that, sir, why don't we do some experiment to observe these things? That's why now we have to do this activity 1, observing a matchstick. Okay, so Robert Hooke has done some experiment. Why don't we conduct that experiment by our own self? So that's why you need different types of things. What are the materials you require? You require some matchstick and also a watch glass, water, and slides, and a microscope. Okay, now let us see a video reference for this activity number 1. Okay, as you see here, see, this is called watch glass, and this is slide, and this is cover slip, and this is called a dropper, and these are water, and here this is the microscope. Okay, yeah, this is the microscope. As you can see here, they are performing, and here they have taken some matchsticks. Here, as you can see, there are some matchsticks, and what they are doing, with the help of a razor, they are cutting into pieces. Okay, yeah, they are making into pieces. They are taking some small pieces. Actually, they have taken these matchsticks in the water. See, this is the watch glass. Inside the watch glass there is some water. Inside the water they have soaked some match sticks. Then they have taken the blade, and after taking the blade they have made them into pieces. Okay, now after making them into pieces, they are adding some solution to them, that is called methylene blue. Methylene blue is a solution, blue color solution, which will give you a blue color appearance to the tissues. Why are we using this blue color? See, this blue color is just like sometimes when you are drawing, you are using crayons now. That crayons will give a good outline or boundary for your drawings. This methylene blue is also a coloring agent. Okay, that will give you good color to your slides. Now see, that is rectangular piece, that is called slide. Carefully she is taking some small piece of that matchstick on the slide. Now after taking that small piece on the slide, see, that glass piece is called slide. So she has taken it on the slide, and then she is adding another small glass piece, that is called a cover slip. Okay, see, another small piece called cover slip. And what are they doing? They are keeping in the microscope. See, my dear students, that is microscope, and they are observing through that microscope. See kids, when you see through the microscope, you can see this type of structures. Are they similar to our textbook? Yeah, you can see here, they are similar to the textbook. See, can you see this rectangular type of cells? See, this is in the textbook. Okay, yeah, how was that video reference, students? Is it good or not? Have you observed the same type of this thing under the microscope? Yes, yeah, this type of images you have seen under the microscope. Now, are you enjoying this class? Okay, now the second activity is observing an onion peel. What is the meaning of an onion? Do you know what is the meaning of onion? Yes. See, this is an onion. Now we are going to see what is present inside the onion. Okay. Now before going to read all these things, shall we go to the video reference? Yes, get ready. Yeah, first of all, what are the things you require? Slide, cover slip, onion, forceps, blotting paper, methylene blue. See, blotting paper is nothing but just like tissue paper. Glycerin and a watch glass and a needle and a microscope. Okay. Now first of all, what you have to do? You have to cut the onion. See, he has divided into two. Then after cutting an onion, he is taking a small leaf out of it. See, this is called onion leaf. After taking the onion leaf, he is pressing the both edges. See, when you press the both edges and when you try to remove it, you can get a very small, yeah, you can see a very small thin film like structure. Okay. Now when you take this small thin film like structure, you have to separate it with forceps. And keep it on the slide and add some water drops with the help of a brush and use methylene blue solution. See, in the last experiment also we have used this methylene blue. Okay, this methylene blue will give you a good color. It will helpful for observing very clearly. Okay, now apply some methylene blue, then use the blotting paper. Yeah, now you can see this blotting paper is absorbing the extra amount of color. Now add some glycerin. Glycerin is a gel like structure which will make our slide very understandable and adjustable. Now as you can see, he is placing the cover slip without forming any bubbles. See, there are no bubbles. Am I right? Right. Now you take this slide and observe through the microscope. Now he is observing through the microscope. See, when you try to see it, you have to see through this. Okay. Now when you see through the microscope, then you can see this type of cells in the onion peels. Is it observable? Yes, very good view. See, these are all the cells that are present inside onion peel. You know onion that are eating regularly? Yeah. So this is the onion that we are eating regularly, and these are the cells of onion under a microscope. Okay. I hope everyone of you have enjoyed very well. And as you can see here, see, this is the picture that we have observed through the microscope. Am I right? And also this is a rough drawing. See, whenever you use the microscope, you are all advised to take a notebook, pencil, pen and eraser and sharpener, everything. Then first of all you have to do the activity. After doing the activity, you have to observe through the microscope. After observing the microscope, you have to make a rough drawing like this. See, this is the rough drawing of onion peel cells. Now it's homework time. What you have to do? Just you have to draw this rough drawing of onion peel cells. Okay, that is your first homework. You have to draw this rough structure of onion peel cells. And also I will ask you to write. Now also I am asking you to write the materials required for observing a matchstick. Okay, what are the materials required to observe a matchstick? Okay, now this is all about today's class, and we have introduced, we have now in this video just we have observed the beginning part of the second lesson, and also we have completed the activity number 1 and activity number 2. In the upcoming classes we will observe activity 3 and so many useful good information in an entertaining way. Okay, see my dear kids, don't skip the classes, because you know very well we are struggling and we are learning and we are doing our better. See, it is my promise that I will make you a very entertaining and I will give you all the classes in creative manner. I think today's class is more enjoyable. Am I right? You have observed all things. See, it is just like we have done so many experiments in the lab. Am I right or not? So don't miss any class. Do the homework and regularly follow and watch the video carefully. Okay. So this is all about today's topic. This is Rohit sir, your biological science teacher. Bye bye.